Don't just say, oh, what about this player? I know all of them. Over the summer, there's been a hell of a lot of transfers. There's been a couple of loan deals, some brilliant free transfers, and a lot of money spent. So we've looked at the window as a whole and come up with the best 11 of the summer transfer window. First off, in goal, we've gone for Emi Martinez at Aston Villa. Now, 20 million these days is an absolute snip, and to get a Premier League quality goalkeeper, that's an even better deal for Aston Villa. It was clear at the end of last season that the Arsenal goalkeeper, when stepping in for Bernd Leno, not only was capable, but he had a brilliant end to the season and won Arsenal the FA Cup. Well, I should say he won the FA Cup with Arsenal, but he was a pretty big part of it anyway. So when Leno came back in to be number one, it seems only right that Martinez got his shot at being a number one goalkeeper at another Premier League club, and as Villa came in with 20 million, it's a pretty good deal. This time, just to change things up, we're actually going to move from the goalkeeper straight into the midfield, because why not mix things up? First off, in the number 6 position, Thiago. We mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. In fact, there's a video you can check out right here where myself and Angelina were discussing all the bargains of the window. Thiago's got to be up there. £25 million for a world-class midfielder who's ready to slot into the team. He's just come off the back of a treble-winning season with Bayern. Not only the best bargain, potentially the best signing, and could be one of the best midfielders of the season. It's an absolute steal. Alongside him, and one who's come in for a lot of money and hasn't produced it just yet, Kai Havertz. Don't get me wrong, an insane talent. Yes, he's been quite poor in his first few games for Chelsea, but there is no way that I can possibly see that he's not going to get better and better, not only this season, throughout the rest of the seasons, and definitely show that he's worth the money. Chelsea put a lot into him. Understandably so, with all the potential that he's got. So yeah, at the moment, maybe not worth a spot in this team, but who knows, maybe in a month or even less, you'll be seeing the real quality of the German attacking midfielder. And completing this midfield trio, James Rodriguez. When he signed for Everton, there were a few eyebrows raised, not necessarily because he's moving from Real Madrid to Everton, no offence to Everton, they're a bit of a smaller club, but also because it was actually on a free transfer. Yes, he's 29 years old, he was left out of the squad loads by Zidane, surplus to requirements, so Real clearly didn't want him. But still, letting him go on a free is an absolute steal for Carlo Ancelotti's side. All you had to do is watch pretty much any part of any of Everton's opening 3 games and their victories in the Premier League to see that James has insane quality. He's the best player in the squad and has been an absolute bargain in this transfer window. Moving into the defence now, and an absolute stunning piece of business from Leicester City. They sold Ben Chilwell for 50 million to Chelsea. He doesn't make it into this list. And they signed his replacement in Atlanta's Timothy Castagne for just 21.5 million euros. That's an insane deal. And the fact is, he could play both left back and right back. He was brought in as a left back, as I said, to cover Chilwell with Ricardo Pereira on the right, but with Pereira injured, James Justin plays on the left, Castagne's been on the right, and in his first 3 Premier League games, he's got a goal, an assist, and then another assist. A fantastic start from him, and definitely one of the underdogs at this moment for the signing of the season. Moving into the centre-back position, it got a little bit difficult. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I originally had Thiago Silva in this lineup, but seeing his debut at West Brom, I'm not going to judge him on one game, but I know you guys will absolutely kill me if I put him in this team, so instead I've gone for Gabriel. Now, the Arsenal centre-back, they did pretty well to get him because he was linked with quite a lot of clubs, and it was rumoured that Lille even accepted bids from the likes of Napoli and Manchester United as well. Arteta managed to bring the defender in, he scored in his debut, and he's proven to be a pretty solid centre-back. It's just a shame that the rest of the defence at Arsenal isn't proving as solid. Once Saliba comes into the team, and with more games, the likes of Kieran Tierney and Hector Bellerin, together with the 2 centre-backs as a back 4 or even a back 5, when you throw in some other players, Arsenal may just have a more settled defence than in recent years, and I think Gabriel is going to be a massive part of that. Next up, and it's Gianluca Mancini, and this is an absolute bargain for a quality young Italian defender. Last summer, Roma signed him on loan from Atalanta for just 2 million with an obligation to buy for 13 million. In all honesty, after the season that he had, starting 31 out of 38 league games for Roma and putting in some pretty decent performances, I would have thought that if Atalanta had to sell him, they would have been able to charge more than just 13 million euros. As it stands, they didn't because of the loan deal. Roma have brought him in on a permanent deal, and I think it's going to be a fantastic signing at centre half. Into the other fullback spot, and technically we've put Timothy Castagne as the left back because of the replacement to Ben Chilwell. So at right back is Achraf Hakimi. Yes, I know he normally plays right wing back, but for the sake of this video, I'm sticking him in at right back, and he's an unbelievable player wherever he is on the pitch. We saw it the last 2 seasons on loan at Dortmund. Real Madrid obviously have so many options in that role. They didn't want to keep him, and they got 40 million for him, and 40 million is a good amount to get. But it's also not too expensive to buy a quality wingback. One of the best in Europe last season. Inter Milan have pulled off an absolute brilliant signing here and deserved of a place in this team. So in this slightly odd order from goalkeeper to midfield to defence, we now finally come to the 3 big names in attack. And yes, of course, you guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below about who you would have had in the attack and this team, because I guarantee you, you won't agree with my options. Remember, you're only allowed 11 players on the pitch at one time in football, and there's only 3 attackers in this team, so I couldn't have possibly fitted absolutely everybody in. The first one, you're probably going to disagree with me, it's Gareth Bale. It's for all he could produce. Yes, there is a threat of injuries. Yes, he's an extraordinary amount of money per week, and yes, he is 31 years old, and it's only a loan deal for 1 year at Spurs. Oh, who was that? Angelina. Oh, I did like a whole intro. Oh, I'll do it again. For Spurs fans, focusing on the positive, he is a quality player, far better than most other options they've got in attack. Certainly an upgrade on the squad, and with the mentality of winning trophies. And if we can see the Bale that we saw during the good times at Real Madrid, he will be a phenomenal signing for Spurs. There's no doubt it's one of the biggest in the transfer window, one of the biggest names, so we're throwing him into this team. On the flip side, someone that no doubt will be a fantastic signing and already showed it in his first game for Bayern Munich, it's Leroy Sané. They were after him for so long, and the fact they managed to get it down to just under 50 million is one hell of a transfer fee for someone who at 23 years old is the future of Bayern, the future of the German national team, and now he looks settled back in the Bundesliga. He could be running the show for the next 10 years, literally like Ribéry and Robben did. An insane signing from Bayern, pun intended, and Sané is going to fit in so well in this attacking 3 or 4 with the likes of Coman, Gnabry, Müller, Lewandowski. They're just an insane attacking force, and Leroy Sané only adds to that. Finally then, the striker, and yes, there were plenty of options, but because it was such a cheap deal, I'm going for Luis Suarez. For those of you that didn't see his debut, an assist, 2 goals, he looks exactly what Atletico Madrid need up front. They need a player who's going to pull defenders left, right and centre to give space to the talented João Felix, and also someone who's going to get on the score sheet regularly. Even during a poor season for Luis Suarez and Barcelona, when they were out of form, there was injuries, there was this, that and the other, all the talks of Messi leaving, Suarez still managed to bag over 20 goals a season. That's more than any other player Atletico Madrid managed. Now they've sold Alvaro Morata, with Diego Costa seemingly getting more red cards than goals for the majority of the season. Suarez is an unbelievable signing. He doesn't have to acclimatise to the league. He's playing with quality players at Atletico Madrid. He's playing under Diego Simeone, who seems to have a brilliant relationship with the Uruguayan, and I just think that all things are pointing up for Luis Suarez at Atletico Madrid. So there you have it, in a rather random order, in 11 of the best signings this transfer window. Of course, you guys feel free to disagree and let me know in the comment section down below. Don't just say, oh, what about this player? I know all of them. I know all of them that signed this summer. The reason they're not in here is because I haven't picked them. So you guys let me know why in the comment section below. You should have other players in there instead of the ones that I have picked. That's all from me though. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel for loads more content on OneFootball, which you can also find by clicking here or here. This looks like the Lewandowski celebration. Anyway, that's all from me. Until next time, I will see you guys later.